The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
12.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
65, 65.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Well, he's going to take a shot into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the 44, Garoppolo. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
20.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Express.
On first down, it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Gun.
Rush in.
8.
Tighten up.
Great.
From the 50, Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Wright's got it. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey's 63. That was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. They can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 31 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Come on, fellas. Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Go ahead.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
One, Omaha.
Play action. Garoppolo. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Bruce Irvin, his 2nd sack of the night.
It doesn't take a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check your hot read.
Eight.
56, right there, 56. Let's go one more.
Greg, let's go.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And now it's 2nd down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
But he finds a man. It's Olsen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Here we go. 180. Hey, alert. Here we go. Check now. Topper.
On play action, now Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Got you. I got it.
Great.
Newton throwing again. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 61 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. A nice little juke. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
That's their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Hey, let's get that ball.
Newton now to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is McCaffrey. He spins through. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Joker. 8. Kill. 8. Kill. Express. Shoot.
Throwing is Newton. Complete to right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Gun. Express. Check right 54.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Breida. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 7. Team to the 20.
Brought down by Trey Boston. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
You don't want nothing.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing here, Newton. On the crossing route, complete. That's right. That's good for 28 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back? Extend it.
Have some fun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Newton on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stand.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. This fielded at the 2.
The Cowboys take over first down at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw is Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Single receiver. Kill.
Now Prescott on 4th down. This to Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there from McCaffrey. 44 yards. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back. Check safety. Out.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They keep it with Davis on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's it. Right to the 3.
Here we go. Hey, check 24.
McCaffrey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. First and goal.
Check 24. Watch that screen. Safety screen. Check.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
48 for Mike. Hey, watch the ball.
20.
Mike, 48. Check.
Express.
48 Mike.
Green.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But now it's third and goal.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Hey, look, 48. Look, express. Let's go. Good track.
Now Newton on third and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This will be fielded at the 6. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Forbath will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Great. 8. Shift. Watch the shift.
Here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Great.
Take four. 8.
Express. Here we go.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try moving the ball and getting field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Outright completes it to Jarwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 37, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
I'm here all day.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Here's McCaffrey. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Newton. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd down, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Newton completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 16, Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sean Lee able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Yo, Greg. Slant, 8. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. No running room for Zeke on first down, as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go defense. Our time. It's our time. Check.
Great.
Check.
20.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Newton. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll go 47. 46.
Prescott to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over.
come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Set. Let's get it.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey.
Let's get it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On second and 12, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, we'll take that.
And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Newton throwing complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
20.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you...
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Cooper was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's trash. 8. 25. Check 25. Check.
This is McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Newton, he'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Prescott now. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Cooper's got it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Incomplete.
Prescott's pass, thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Forbath will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. that doesn't happen, it looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the former Tar Heel back here in Carolina. Robert Quinn picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Gun.
After the sack on first down, Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malik Collins in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Austin. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Prescott now from the 50. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Cooper was the target there. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Right to the street.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Gun.
They can't hang with us.
Check 52.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Big hit.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
20.
Switch.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
That's it. 180.
55. Coming to you.
On 1st down, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 15.
And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Mike. 20.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking sideline, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to take a shot for the... And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 27 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Looking to throw. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
I know you feel
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go down it again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
55's my guy. Go.
On first down, it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be out right at the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On play action, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Forbath, the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. I don't think you got 20.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Check. 48, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 48's the Mike. Check 48. 8. It's a party now. Express. It's a party now. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 40.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Look at it.
Watch the screen.
Gun.
Watch the screen. Watch the express. Watch the screen. Mike 48. Mike 48.
Now Newton on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready? 48, Mike. It's coming this way.
Gun.
Here we go. Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike.
From the red zone now, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials.